I don't know about y'all, but I have been really enjoying all of the social media videos and stories of foreigners visiting the US for the first time and discovering everything that they love about our country. We have Japanese fans marveling over how big everything is in Texas. We have people visiting a Buc-ee's for the first time, going to local diners, discovering our food portions, and that yes, actually our food is more than just McDonald's. But all of these wholesome, fun videos should not blind us to the fact that there is a dark side to a mass migration event. The US is expected to see millions of tourists from around the world during the entirety of the FIFA World Cup, and law enforcement officials are prepared for the threat that might come with it. One of the biggest fears? Human and child trafficking. That's why in Massachusetts, authorities launched Operation Yellow Card, and they've already recovered 35 endangered missing children. In Boston, one alleged human trafficker carrying a Dominican Republic passport was busted by authorities. And in South Florida, a dozen men were arrested for allegedly responding to online ads looking for people wanting to have sex with children. Officials said that these were all Florida men, but it's a little bit reminiscent of the Kilmer Abrego Garcia case where people described him as a Maryland father. Why do I say that? Let's read off some of the names. Melvin Aquadia Ruiz, Cesar Jordan, Mohammed Kazim Latif, Cristobal Lopez Lorenzo, Zachary James Martel, well, maybe not that one, Armando Martinez, Tomas Julio Matom Gallego, Pantaleon Mendez Ortega, Alex Alberto Pastor Perez, Nicolas Diego Rosalin, Daniel Rubio Pelcaster, and finally, Mario Lensky Salone. Pantaleon, El Pastor, Pants, Tacos, can you believe it? Listen, some of these people I assume are American citizens. A lot of them probably immigrants. And when you combine people from third world countries with different cultures, that are already living in the United States, with a bunch of tourists from those same areas coming in for the World Cup, that's a recipe for disaster. Foreign nationals already in the United States can link up with tourists, smugglers, buyers, online advertisers, drivers, and a bunch of other people who know how to exploit the abuse of women and children. And this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. And the reaction to this from local officials and law enforcement brings up an interesting case of hypocrisy. As Massachusetts implements Operation Yellow Card, identifying the fact that this mass migration event can lead to the trafficking of children, we have Boston with Mayor Michelle Wu, which has operated as a sanctuary city for years. When there's a normal open border situation, which is a very strange thing to say, you have Democratic officials acting like it's no big deal to have millions of unvetted people pouring into the country. But then the World Cup comes to town, and suddenly, law enforcement, Democrats, understand the need for vigilance. The same political class that lectures us about welcoming immigrants, legal or illegal, suddenly recognizes that when you have a mass influx of people from different countries around the world, some with bad intentions, that you have to make sure that you're protecting your people. Let's just hit the point a little bit harder. Millions of people coming into the US for the World Cup, everyone's heads need to be on a swivel. Millions of people crossing the border under President Joe Biden, y'all are xenophobic if you have concerns. Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungaray, all just inconvenient side effects of us being a welcoming and generous country. Now the same people who told us that those women and girls' stories didn't matter are treating the World Cup like a stress test. So let's apply the logic to the border. If just a few weeks of international travel can heighten trafficking risks, what do years of unfettered mass migration mean for America? Let me know what you all think in the comments below.